The main event of this year's EA Play conference was the showcase of its new IP Anthem, developed by BioWare and on course to release on February 22nd next year.
Something is out there.
Anthem was first announced at EA's conference last year, but this time showcased more actual gameplay accompanied by a fast-paced trailer. Survival! Exosuits! Explosions! Wait, is that news? Further details were revealed during the panel, delving into the combat systems and exploring the relationship between Anthem's single-player and multiplayer elements. More than anything, story was the focus of this discussion.
Story.
Stories. Story.
Storytelling. Storyline.
Storytelling.
Not a multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on this side.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either.
We haven't seen much of what the story will actually be about, except that the Anthem of Creation caused havoc across the world, creating violent storms and mutating creatures. As a freelancer in Anthem, you fight for survival against the forces of the Dominion, the scary-sounding rivals that hope to use the Anthem of Creation as a weapon. Did you get all that? While multiplayer isn't essential for combat and exploration, playing alone will be more difficult. I mean, how else are you going to get
all the combos?
The developers from EA talked more about the different classes of Exosuit that you'll have access to, including the various customization options. Personally, I'm hoping for the Fortnite Dancer modes to arrive soon. And, most importantly,
no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means no ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem.
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC.
Battlefield 5 also headlined EA's showcase, but not much in the way of gameplay was shown. Instead, EA teased the new Battle Royale mode that will appear in Battlefield 5. Yet another fast-paced trailer displayed the usual Battlefield formula, but now with more destruction. In addition, the single-player war stories will also be a part of Battlefield 5, a mode in which players can experience more personal stories of war through the eyes of particular men or women. More gameplay is supposed to be shown in the Xbox E3 briefing on Sunday. Oh, and guess what? No loot boxes. It was also briefly announced that the in-development Star Wars title from Respawn will be called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi. It takes place during the Dark Times, trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so it's going to be spectacular.
Set between the Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, players will likely act as some of the remaining Jedi forces trying to reassemble.
When can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
In other Star Wars news, new updates have been announced for Battlefront 2, which, by the way, definitely has no loot boxes.
So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right.
Alongside the planned Han Solo content, players will soon be able to take control of famous characters like Count Dooku, General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Anakin Skywalker, in a new series of maps based on the Clone Wars period.
We added a new hunt mode, inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor.
Two new indie titles were also announced partway through the conference. Unravel 2, an unexpected sequel to the original puzzle platformer, was played on stage during the briefing, once again proving that nothing is safe from the EA sequel machine. The most surprising news was that Unravel 2 was actually released during the conference, and is available to download now. On the other hand, a new EA original from Berlin studio Jomai was announced, called Sea of Solitude, exploring concepts of loneliness, global warming, and humanity's destructive nature, It's fun for all the family. But enough about that, here's some sports. FIFA 19, now with Champions League. Sadly, we didn't get any celebrity appearances, equal to 2015's Storytime with Pele. Also, Madden 19, now on PC with extra slow-mo. Last and probably least, the mobile strategy game Command & Conquer Rivals was demoed live, in which you compete for control over missiles to destroy your opponent's base. Most fans were left unimpressed by this display, with the reveal trailer amounting to almost 9,000 downvotes on YouTube the morning after the conference. So, what do you think of Anthem? Does Battlefield 5's Battle Royale sound enticing? Tell us in the comments below, or find me on Twitter at JJJamesDutton. And make sure to watch out for our coverage of E3 this week.